I think the number one thing in having a great entrepreneurial career is working with great people. It may seem incredibly obvious. You are surrounded by a lot of great people here at Stanford, and when you think of a lot of the entrepreneurial success stories that have come out of this university, Yahoo, eBay, Google, you tend to think of a lot of the financial rewards, the incredible success that people had. But for any of us who were around when these companies were being formed, I think the part that you remember most is the great people who were involved. And you will probably, as you think about your entrepreneurial career, try to predict what will be the great companies. In fact, as I walked in to see Tom for a cup of coffee, I saw, kind of as I was walking in, this talk for tomorrow night, which you might go to, called Finding the Next Google. And I think that it's a very common objective for people when they're here, whether they're undergraduates or graduate students, to think about what's going to be the next Google or Yahoo or eBay. But the reality is you will probably not be very successful at finding the next Google. In fact, venture capitalists who have 5 to 10 portfolio companies at any given time aren't usually that effective at knowing which specific one will be the great hit. What you can all be incredibly successful at, and this advice is important whether you're going to a tiny startup, a mid-sized company, or a public company, it's incredibly important to work with great people. And I'm confident that every single person in this room can figure that part out. When I think about all the people who are great in my career, and you think to yourself, how could I explain to you to find those great bosses? I think it's actually easier than you think, because you've done it earlier in your lives. You probably have had a teacher, a coach, a professor, somebody who took that special amount of interest in you during your early academic career. And that person probably made a big difference. You're looking for those same qualities when you're finding your first boss, when you think about the people that you're going to work for right out of school. It'll be incredibly meaningful for you as you think about, who am I going to spend all day with? I'll tell you a story just from my own experience in getting involved with eHarmony. On Super Bowl Sunday in the year 2000, I met with Neil Warren and Greg Forgatch, who are the two principal founders of eHarmony, and they had come to talk to me about funding their company. I sat down with them and I listened to the entire pitch, and it was literally just a pitch for an idea. There was no site, there was nothing to look at. But the part I came away with most strongly was, these were two entrepreneurs that I wanted to work with. They would be great people to collaborate with. And as I talk to many people I know who have had long and successful careers with ups and downs, the part it always comes back to is the quality of people that they worked for. So as you go out there and you think about whatever you're going to do coming out of school, the entrepreneurial mindset is surround yourself with great people. The company part will most likely work itself out over the course of your career.